Hey guys, I'm Nick Johnson with Willis Johnson Associates. Today, I want to educate you on how high-income earners miss out on maxing out their 401k. Specifically, if you make over $330,000 between your base salary and bonus, you might not be getting all the tax deductions you should, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Okay, so let me start with the basics. You probably know this. In 2023, if you're below age 50, you can contribute $22,500 to your 401k plan, either pre-tax or Roth. If you're over 50, you can contribute $30,000 pre-tax or Roth. Total contributions between you and your company are $66,000 if you're under 50, $73,500 if you're over 50. So that's our goal. We want to focus on the employee contribution. How do we make sure we get you the full $22,000 or $30,000 into your company 401k? Here's an example. Amy is 53 years old. She makes $600,000 a year base and bonus. She wants to max out her 401k. Makes sense. Well, she does the math. She says, okay, I want to put $30,000 into my 401k. I'm going to get a nice pre-tax deduction. I divide that by my expected base and bonus this year. That's $600,000. I got to contribute 5%. So that's what she does. She sets her contributions to be 5%. And so we're thinking, okay, 5%, $600,000. We're going to get in $30,000, right? Wrong. So the dilemma is, despite Amy setting 5% of $600,000, she does not max out her 401k and she does not get the full tax deduction. Here's the problem. You can only look at the first $330,000 of base salary and bonus for 401k contributions. This is actually due to an IRS rule. It's part of the tax code. It's actually section 415 in the tax code. Only allows qualified retirement plans, like your 401k, to look at the first $330,000 of compensation for 401k contributions. So what does that really mean for Amy? Well, Amy actually put in 5%, but only of the first $330,000. So we do the math, that's $16,500. So she got a tax deduction for $16,500. But she can no longer make contributions to her 401k once she starts making over $330,000 a year. She missed out on the difference between the $16,500 and the $30,000 she could have otherwise contributed. And frankly, there's nothing else we can do about it this year. But we got to change the contributions going forward for future years to make sure she can max out. So for Amy, we want to know what the max contribution is. In 2023, it's $30,000. Then we need to know what the 415 limit is. In 2023, it's $330,000. That determines what the percentage she should have contributed in 2023 to her 401k. Now, one of the things we help our clients with is these numbers change every year with inflation. It was not $30,000 she could contribute last year. It was less. It was not $330,000. They capped you out at that income level you can no longer contribute in 2022. It was less. So each and every year, we need to get the updated numbers, come up with what the formula for contributions are, and make sure we make that contribution for Amy so she gets the max in her 401k and gets her full tax deduction. Here's one of the challenges that I'm gonna challenge you all to go do in your own plan. I challenge you to go look at your previous statements, if you're a high income earner, to see if you actually maxed out your plan previous years. Believe it or not, a surprising amount of people miss out on maxing their contributions. If your 401k is at Fidelity, go to netbenefits.com, navigate to your 401k, click on summary, and then click on statements. Pull up a year-to-date statement. Are you on track? Have you maxed out your 401k this year? Then put in some custom dates. Run 1/1/2022 through December 31st, 2022. Look at what happened in 2022. Did you max out your 401k that year? Did you max out in 2021? A lot of people in high bonus years, believe it or not, think they're maxing out their 401k, but they're actually not. I highly recommend you go audit yourself and see what you're doing. We met with a new client recently. And when they came in and met with us for the first time, before they became a client, we logged online to Net Benefits with them and we looked at their 401k. This particular client works at Shell. They get a 10% contribution into their 401k, right? Shell gets capped off in contributions at $330,000, just like you do. So if they get a 10% contribution in their 401k, $330,000, the company contribution maxes out at $33,000. Okay, so we look here, period to date, company contribution is $33,000. So I know they're over the 415 limits. They're over the $330,000 income limit this year. When we looked at the next column and said, okay, what is your pre-tax contribution? It said $8,202. They missed out on $21,800 they could have contributed to their 401k because they got a really good bonus in the first quarter and didn't contribute enough from their first $330,000 of income into the 401k. This is what caused their problem. So realistically, we know going into next year, we've got to adjust the contribution percentage and get it in for the first 330 or whatever the 415 limit is next year. It is going to go up by inflation. But the important thing is audit your 401k. A lot of 401k plans are not set it and forget it, and you have to make changes each and every year to make sure you're getting the full match. If you're not getting the full match, make sure you understand what you need to change to get the full match so you don't leave money on the table. If you liked this content and you want more educational content for corporate executives and professionals to maximize their compensation and benefits and not leave money on the table, check out our webinars below. Consider following us on LinkedIn, Facebook, scan the QR code to find myself on LinkedIn, and of course, subscribe to our channel on YouTube.